Hi, everybody. Welcome to ZealZaddy. I have got my camera in the wrong place again, twice in one day. Welcome to our Magnus Archives Miami campaign. The Magnus Archives RPG was created by Monica Games based on the podcast by the Rusty Quill. Both are fantastic. Go check them both out if you love podcasts and horror. Probably one of the two best out there, along with Old Gods of Appalachia, which I think is also amazing. The Magnus Archives Miami is a horror campaign that may contain material not suitable for all audiences. We explore topics from deep personal fears to existential threats to humanity, so listener discretion is advised. My name is Scott. My pronouns are he, him, and you can follow us everywhere at ZealZaddy. And if you look at our Kickstarter, we have a Kickstarter up where we're collecting potential followers. See how many we get before we go on lunch. We have created a book of 100 deep dived NPCs for Cypher system, all interconnected, interwoven, dangerous, potentially allies, all for urban fantasy campaigns. All right, let's get this started tonight. So tonight's episode is Up, Down, In, Out, Never, Forever. Let's get everyone in here. All right, we got everyone in. Audio is up on everyone. Nice. Unlike earlier today when I was running the early one and I had no sound for my introduction and I had to do it twice. Oh well. All right, why don't we go around and let everyone say who they are, where they can be found. Let's start with Walter.
Once again. Okay. Hello everyone, Shatargat here.
You are muted.
You should hear me right now.
I can
Hello?
hear him.
I can hear him, yeah.
I'm not hearing you, Walter.
Okay. So, hello everyone, Shatargat here.
No sound.
I think it's you, Scott.
Are any of you
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear him.
We can all hear him, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
maybe it's me.
Wow.
You spoke too soon about the audio working. It's because you said something. If you hadn't said it, it would have worked fine, yeah.
It was totally on me. But I couldn't hear you, so I need to hear you. All right, now you can do it again, Walter. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Hello everyone, it's Shatargat. I'm basically a TTRPG designer and also a paid game master. You can find everything about me in my new Linktree link. And that's all for me.
All right, Satori.
Hello, my name is Chenoa Reed. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Zephyrite. You can also catch me over at the Diceberg Ahead podcast, where we play a variety of TTRPGs. And I play Satori Falk.
All right, Alder.
Hey everybody, my name is Quinn. I use any and all pronouns, and I play Alder Hughes, who uses they, he pronouns. You can find me not next week, but the week after on Saturday. I will be over at Nerds with Dice, who is here and watching us, running Emergent again, because I helped with that game, and I like that game, and it's really fun to run. And also, if you haven't yet, you have a few more days to get the Trans Rights Bundle. It is going through the end of this month. They're very, very close to their final fundraising goal. It is $5. It is 500 something games, and Emergent is one of those. And it's normally $25, which if you want to buy it for $25 and I don't actually get money from it. I don't know why I'm advertising it like that. Go give money to trans people instead and buy the Trans Rights Bundle. And that is everything from me.
All right. Sam.
Hi, my name is Jack. I use they, he pronouns. I play Sam Murphy, who uses he, him pronouns. This is currently the only TTRPG thing I'm doing, but something might be happening in the future. I'll talk about it more later if things go through, so fingers crossed.
Nova.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wayra. My pronouns are she, they, and I play Nova, whose pronouns are also she, they. You can find me at Fake Shiny on pretty much all social platforms and over at the Rainbow Dice Club's Tales of Three podcast. Also on most socials and anywhere you get your podcasts.
I do want to say, if you want to get caught up on our episodes, all of them up to where we are today are on YouTube also. So you can check that out and get caught up. There's a lot going on. All right. Why don't we get a real quick recap? I think the one who has the best memory of it is Alder from last week. So Alder, I'm going to let you do a recap. From 2 weeks ago.
Alder has extensive notes everywhere, and so do I. Are any of them in the same place? No, but I do have them. Yeah, last week we got a much-needed lore drop when I believe it was Satori and
Sam.
was it Sam?
Yeah,
Satori
we
and Sam went and found an open door that had never been there before. That just existed now because our building is weird and not a building. And they went into the open door and through a hallway and found a person, question mark, who knows a whole lot about a whole lot of things that are going on, and came and got the rest of us, and we got to ask a lot of, well, the rest of us minus Walter, who's stuck in liminal space. And we got to ask a whole bunch of questions and get a whole bunch of lore and information, something about different entities and the Eye that we apparently work for, without knowing. That wasn't in our employment contracts when we agreed to this job. And we ended by deciding that we need to go to the tsunami research facility, I believe is our next plan of investigation, following up on that statement that we found, forgot about, and then refound and re-remembered. And then everybody went home and went to bed, which means just Sam left the building. And the rest of us are still there. And Satori and Kyle had a really great talk, and it was sweet and cute and a very nice break from all of us being confused and concerned all the time.
I think you're less confused this episode at this point.
Disagree. Alder is still confused.
Just less confused.
Fair.
All right. So you all get a night's rest, including all the healing that comes with that. Oh, the rest that is much needed, except Walter. We'll get to it in a little bit. And the next day, you all start heading into the office. Alder, you head into the office. You're probably you slept in the office.
Alder slept in the office again. Yeah, right. It's only Sam who left.
Right. So Nova, you stayed in the other room that they use from the hotel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Satori stayed in a room. Sam went home. Did you go home, Sam? Just to make sure.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I was not.
And Walter was just getting really excellent rest and, nice quiet area, comfortable. No light to bother you and wake you up. Alder, you wake up first thing in the morning and something feels different. Maybe it's just your internal intuition, but something feels a little off. You're not sure exactly what it is. But you're waking up.
Like off internally or off externally or just weird?
You just have like a weird feeling, like Sometimes you wake up in a bad mood. Well, you're waking up in a weird mood.
Great.
It means
That
nothing.
bodes well for the rest of the day. I'm gonna look around the room. I'm assuming I've just been like pulling the cot out and sleeping in the office. I'm gonna look around and make sure it doesn't look like anyone's been in here. We've had a lot of people break into this office. I want to make sure nothing's been like moved, taken, put out of place, like there's nothing off in the environment.
Yeah, there's somebody in the room that is sitting across at Sam's desk, but looking at the corkboard. Jamie is sitting there.
Do I know what Jamie looks like? Have I ever seen Jamie before?
I don't think you have. There's
I
a
don't
person
think
sitting there that you have never seen.
I don't think I've ever seen. I've heard her voice on the phone, but I've never
Yeah.
seen her.
Correct. That's
So,
right.
I think I just see a person.
Good morning.
How long? Who are you? How did you get in here, and how long have you been there?
Well, I arrived. I mean, is time really relevant? I guess a few hours ago would be accurate-ish. But what do you know when Nova gets in? I would like to have a convo, as the young people say.
Wait, are you Jamie?
Oh, they didn't tell you about me? They had to.
No,
we talked on the phone.
they told you.
Yes.
You were on the phone. I heard your voice. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Jamie. It's nice to meet you, Alder.
Hi.
And she comes around the desk
Yeah.
and puts her hand out to shake your hand.
Uh,
Pleasure.
I will, like fully get up since I think I was just kind of like sitting in the bed.
Are
on
you
the
homeless?
Cot.
If you're homeless, I
I-
could help you out with something like a place to stay. Is that a problem for you?
No, Eileen just kind of wants me to stay close to the building because I work with her. You've met Eileen. You guys are friends,
Oh, yes.
right?
I love
Yeah.
Eileen. Wonderful person.
Yeah, she's great. I
In
help
what
her with,
capacity do you... Oh, go on.
I help her with like maintaining the building, I guess you could say. So
I thought she
I
said
kind of-
Don did some of that. So you have a new role with her then.
I get yes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a step
she
up.
mentioned you. You guys have a lot in common, it sounds like.
Well, I mean, there are differences, of course. She can make infinity. I can go anywhere I want. I mean, those aren't exactly the same, but they're related, I would think, right?
Yeah. So like the theme of like infinity, that's your guys' thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have a little snore, Not a big
okay.
one. Someday somebody will find that adorable. So Nova, and she looks at the corkboard again. That's very interesting, by the way. So when will Nova be getting in? Do all of you have like various
We don't-
times of work?
No, we don't really have like technically like yeah, we're all supposed to be here at the same time, but over the last like month we kind of have been a little bit looser on our start times, and sometimes we wind up working late, so we kind of just get here whenever. So I don't really know exactly when Nova will
Alright.
be here.
Well, tell her to give me a call when she gets in. I don't really want to hang out for any more hours. And she goes over to the board. It's a good picture of Eileen. And then she walks to the wall and opens a door and goes through it. And for the life of you, you don't remember a door being there.
No,
And when the
I
door
know.
closes, there's no door.
Of course it is. It's too early in the morning for this. I would like to lay back down in my cot and just kind of ignore everything that happened for like 5 minutes. and then I'll text Nova, hey, so Jamie was here and she wants to talk to you. And and then after that I'll be like, oh, good morning.
Are
Good
you
morning.
awake
You get
or
a
were
text
you?
back. Yeah, she's in the
Okay.
gym, I think.
Okay.
She is almost every
That
morning.
makes sense.
Like, yeah, good morning, Alder. Is she still there?
No, she just left.
Cool. I'll be in the office in a bit and I'll give her a shout. Sorry.
She can probably come back whenever she wants, since she can do her door thing.
You see, do you see why it disturbs me?
Yes, like all
Yeah.
caps.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sorry for the intrusion. I never know when she's coming.
Not your fault.
Sam, you wake up. Your morning is going well. There's a scent in the air that just kind of reminds you of childhood. And you realize that the box of all your grandmother's stuff, some of the plants from the last time you had rummaged through had fallen out, and it's kind of scented the air. Pleasant.
I'm gonna go check it out. Like if it's like spilled, I'll try to like clean it up and put it in like a bag or something.
Yeah, and you put it into a bag, and as you're looking through it, you realize you don't know anything about the plants that your grandmother used, or very little. Like, you never knew what any of these plants did, what any of the things in here did. The little dolls, you found out about those later. And the box is sort of course, it's haint blue, but it has a simple handle on the top to lift it. Can I get an investigation? Do you have investigation?
Yes, I do. I believe I'm trained in that.
Can I
as
get
a
an
matter of fact.
investigation check?
Okay. Oh, that's a 19.
Okay. This is the first time you've had rest and felt clear that you were kind of looking at these things as you're kind of putting them away. And you remember back to the time when your grandmother was talking about all these things. And she used to call you a word that you really didn't know what it meant, when she would call you, say that you had become the Babalao. And you didn't know what that meant, but inside the box, there is letters carved into the wood in little places of the letters from the word. And even there's symbols in there too, but you never noticed that the letters actually spelled out the particular word that she used to have for you. I mean, for the longest time, you never wanted to look in the box anyway, so. You do know that Chenoa, that Satori knows about plants and stuff more than anyone else you know. So maybe might have some insight, but that's the only person you know that knows about plants.
Okay. I guess I can I'll put it in my bag before heading out to work.
Okay.
And I think I'll think a little bit about. I might try to do some research on the word too, if I get to work early enough.
Yeah. When you get to work, you're the second one there after Alder. Alder seems to always beat you into work now.
Hey, Elder, what's up?
Hey! Morning. You just missed Jamie.
Good. That's really good. I'm glad.
It is, yeah. You should be, yeah. She's not the best person to see first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our office is like very not secure.
No, it's not.
We have so many people just walk in here. Nova's
Yeah.
sister, Jamie, Eileen comes in here whenever she
Well,
wants.
Eileen owns the buildings.
It is Eileen's building, yeah. Teddy got in here somehow through the vents. I guess that's just what it is now.
It's just the office.
It's the office. Yeah. I think we're taking a group field trip today. I think.
Oh, right,
once,
to the tsunami. The
yeah,
tsunami? Okay.
Yeah, center. Yeah. Nova should be on her way. I haven't heard from Satori.
Mm.
I'm assuming we're leaving Walter.
I don't think
I don't
we
like
can...
it. I don't think we have a choice.
Yeah, we don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what he thought about all of this.
Is there a way we could talk? I don't want to risk that.
There probably is a way we could talk to him, but I don't. I don't know if Eileen would let that work.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I did. Did I do that, or do you think that was Lilith? Like, we were fully in Walter's memories. I feel like we brushed past that really fast.
Oh, right. That did happen. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, cool.
Nova, you finish your workout. You were able to clean up and shower and get into the office soon after.
Awesome. I'm walking in and I have a Monster Energy drink to my mouth, and there's like a hole punctured in it, and I open it up and just chug it.
Okay.
I did not
That's how
sleep
you
well
started
last
the day.
night. That's how I started. I throw it in the trash can. I'm like, morning guys. How's it going?
Hey, good morning.
Satori. Oh, I'll get to you. Never mind.
I was just gonna say we're waiting for Satori so we can head to the tsunami place.
Oh yeah, right.
Well, you have a Jamie waiting for you if you want to
Oh,
Right.
interesting.
deal with that first thing.
Right.
She just said she wanted you to. I don't know if you want to get that out of the way first before we go to the tsunami place. I don't know if she would take kindly to like being left for later.
Yeah. And there's no hint as to what she wanted.
Nope. She came in, she stared at my board for a while, which people keep doing, which I feel like maybe I should like put it somewhere hidden because people keep looking at it and it's starting to freak me out.
I feel like
and just
maybe
said
you
she
should,
wanted to
like-
talk to you.
I feel
Yeah.
like maybe you should cover that up or like reorganize it so it doesn't make sense to anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they're piecing together how far along we are to finding the truth from
Oh,
your board.
that's not good.
That's just my theory. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'll give Jamie a call. If I don't come back, you know what happened.
You could just call her from here again and just put her that way we can kind of keep an eye on you.
Yeah.
For those
I don't know if
that-
my staff would work on her, but
For
wouldn't hurt
those
to
that
try.
aren't familiar, here's what the corkboard looks like in its current iteration. It gets
Oh,
updated
yeah.
all the time, but a lot
Yeah,
of things going
the
on.
most recent thing that got removed was Alder did remove all the information about Eileen off the board, other than her picture and just the word buttons with the plural underlined. That's vague enough that people shouldn't know what it means, except for
Yeah.
us, hopefully.
One can hope. Yeah, yeah, I'll give Jamie a call. I'm gonna sit down and take out my phone and call Jamie.
Okay. You don't really know Jamie's number. You just always were told just dial a number.
Yeah, I have it pre-saved in my phone, but it's like that cursed text that keeps
Yes.
scrolling, I imagine. So I just hit call on that.
Okay. Oh, Nova. Oh, I'm glad you're finally getting the office.
I am, yes. Alder tells me you were looking for me.
I'm kind of interested in the update on how on your progress on your project.
I am still looking for them. I can't seem to narrow down where they're hiding out.
I thought you all were investigators.
We are, but we're not infallible, unfortunately, though I wish we were.
I mean, it's not like they haven't left kind of a trail to follow.
They did a little bit, but the trail goes a little dead from Walter's place.
I guess they just need to murder someone else so you have another clue.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not you guys. That
Well,
kind
yeah,
of would defeat the
I'm
purpose,
hoping
right?
that too.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Any hints? Any clues?
no,
where
but
she
your
might be.
sister wants to see you again. She kind of is missing you, so she may come by at some point, say hello.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. It's great. I'll let you know if I find anything out or when the deed is done.
All right. Oh, she stole a motorcycle. I'll talk to you later. And she hangs
What?
up.
I'll get up and I'm gonna go down and look up for my bike.
Your bike is right outside, right where it was.
I come back upstairs. It's not my bike. My bike's still here.
Nice.
Cool.
Satori, you start to wake up from the light piercing through the window, finally getting to your eyes. You smell the aroma of fresh coffee.
Oh, thank God. Was my sleep restful?
It was restful.
Thank God. I definitely needed that.
Kyle brings the coffee over to you. I see you're waking up now.
Oh, thank you.
I hope I didn't wake you up when I opened the door bringing the coffee in.
No. You're all good.
All right. And he hands you the coffee. Well, he waits like, do you want a moment first? And he sets it on the table next to you. It looks like you're not quite awake yet.
Okay.
No. Okay. I got you
I
the
chugged
large one. I
like
don't
half
remember
of it.
I don't remember the word they used. Gigante or what word
Oh.
did they use? It's stupid.
Venti?
Venti, yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Makes no
The
sense.
sizes don't even, yeah. How do you go from a tall to a grande to a venti? Like, how does that...
Makes no
It's
sense
whatever.
at all.
They've got coffee, so...
But somehow they've put that into our vocabulary and we think it has meaning in it. Only tall sort of has meaning. But not in relation to the coffee. It's
No.
stupid. Well, I was thinking about going fishing today. I haven't gone fishing in a while.
That could be good. I think we're gonna go visit a tsunami place that monitors tsunamis. I think that was the plan.
Oh, wow, that sounds so incredibly boring. Wait a minute. Are there tsunamis in Florida? That doesn't make any
Heck
sense.
if I know. I've been here for like 2 months, so...
I kind of thought tsunamis happen like Japan gets hit by tsunamis all the time, right? And East
Yeah.
Asia, but here? That's weird. Do you need me to go or are you good? Can you handle the researchers?
I think we'll be fine. I mean, unless the researchers are armed, I think we'll be fine.
You're armed.
Yep.
I think Nova's always armed.
Likely, yeah. That's 2 down.
Yeah, the other two stand behind you two. Right?
Yeah. And
then
Sam's got that,
Walter.
like, shillelagh.
And then Walter is
Well, Walter's in a liminal space, TBD.
Yeah, I don't know if Walter's. I never knew whether Walter was armed much until
Oh.
one day he fought in the hallway.
Yeah, I don't think he was allowed to have a gun until recently. And then he got
That
a
makes
gun
sense.
with provisions. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he's still got a thing going on inside him, like, just so you know, he's not safe yet.
Yeah. No, I'm aware.
All right. Well, I'm going to
I
go head
should-
out. I just need to rest a little bit and, like, clear my head. We'll talk about
Yeah.
the things going on with me later.
Okay. That sounds good. I'll go get some answers.
All right. You can call me if you need anything.
Sounds good.
He puts
And
on
I get
a
ready.
stupid fishing cap that it has a little label hanging off the back.
I rip the label off as he's
What?
walking out.
I thought that's what you left him on to be cool.
No, you look stupid. You're fine now.
All right.
And
I
I'd
got
like
it in
toss it in the bin.
in the gift shop downstairs. I thought it's actually what made me think about going fishing. I was like, oh. And it is
Yeah.
really a dumb touristy fishing cap, like kind of brim that comes all the way around.
I mean, you just wear it in a little bit and you won't be a tourist, so.
Cool. And he heads out. And you head out. You go down, and as you open the elevator, you see Walter staring at the door of the Magnus Institute, facing away from you. You know, you see him, he's sort of standing at the door itself.
Walter?
Having a snack?
Are you... How are you doing? You doing good?
No, I'm hungry.
Do you want some of my coffee?
Coffee. I'll just go eat some stuff. Let others know that I'll be back in an hour.
Okay. Well, we're gonna leave soon.
Why?
We've got some areas to hit, you know, just to investigate. So,
I'll try to catch you.
okay, yeah, we'll wait for you.
Okay. So probably Walter rushes out from the building. He has to eat some things.
Yeah,
What?
starving.
Uh,
And there's a little diner at the corner.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the office.
And you go in the office. Everyone is in there already. You're the last one in.
Hey, there's did Walter get let out?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Walter? Who is?
I thought he was in the liminal space.
No,
That he can't get out of.
he left to go get food. He said he'll be back in like an hour.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Walter or not, but
I don't know if I can do that
it was
again.
Walter.
Unless Eileen let him out for some reason.
But why? Well, of course she would. Why would we trust her to not do something like that?
I mean, she did seem pretty motivated at the chance of, like, eating him.
Maybe she
Fair
couldn't eat him.
point.
Maybe
Yeah.
not. Or maybe somebody else let him out, like
Who could have let him out?
Jamie.
Jamie, I guess.
But
Anybody else
why-
has a button?
But why? Jamie's friends with Eileen.
Jamie
Why
was
would
what?
Jamie's friends with Eileen, right? Why would she do
Yeah.
that?
I thought so.
Chaos.
Didn't someone steal the button from the office?
Yeah, my sister, apparently.
But why would? Oh boy!
Who has access to this goddamn room?
Everyone, it
Everyone!
seems.
Except
Um,
us.
Speaking of my sister, um, Jamie might have hinted that we might get another visit from her sometime soon.
No. All right.
Because apparently she misses me. And that does not. I don't know if you got the idea that when she misses me, it means she kind of feels murderous. So
Well, good
I
thing
don't know.
we're
I
going
don't know
on
if
a
missing is a good thing anymore.
field trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should we not be going after Walter?
that's.
I don't know what to do.
He said he'd be back.
Yeah, but what if he leaves
He's
to
also
Spain?
possessed. Yeah.
Yeah, the Lilith, Ender of Worlds demon, loose in the city. We have to do something. Oh no.
where would he go for food? That's like right
Somewhere
here.
close if he's starving.
Yeah.
That's
We could all
a good
go
idea.
get breakfast conveniently at the same place.
Sure.
Okay, we should leave like right now. Because he
Okay.
like just left.
Okay.
I like just book it out.
Yeah, we'll book it to the elevator.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Coffee in
Was
hand.
scrambling.
Where
Yeah.
where did you go, Walter?
I just went to the nearest place that I could find some food.
Okay. Yeah, that was the diner across the street.
Yeah.
All right, so you all go downstairs, and the first place you see, the diner across the street, you see Walter sitting in the window,
Easy.
calmly waiting
Oh,
for a plate of food.
it really
it
is
looks
them.
like.
Okay.
Thank God. We got
We're
eyes
gonna-
on the subject.
I guess we should just cross the street and go in.
Yeah. I mean,
How are we
pancakes
gonna
sound really nice.
True. How are we gonna know if it's Walter?
An
Ask him and
insight check.
incite him. Suss him out.
It's obviously Walter. You're looking at him. He's sitting there, waiting for his.
Ah,
pancakes or
don't give
whatever.
Yeah.
us that.
Don't tell us that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit in Walter's booth.
All of you are. or
We all
you?
just like I know
Same,
we all
just
just like
sit.
pile in.
Yeah.
Right. You're gonna need a bigger booth. And the waiter comes over. You want a bigger table? You want me to bring in some chairs?
Oh, yeah, that would be
sure.
How many
great.
are you?
And
5
like
of you?
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brings over chairs. All right. Are you all ready to order? You need a minute with the menu?
Oh, I know what I'm getting.
Oh,
Does everybody else need a minute or?
I think I'll need a minute.
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
All right.
We can wait.
He brings water around for everybody. All right, just let me know when you're ready. He goes back to the counter. And you're all sitting there with Walter.
You're not
Hey,
supposed to be here.
Just come out with it.
There's too many weird things going on. I can't ignore it. How did you? Is it you? How'd you get out? Wait, there's so many questions.
Are you okay?
Would you like to salt me first?
Well, that didn't work, so no.
I was actually about to
Thank you.
grab like salt on the table.
That would just be for fun.
Okay. So, what do you want to hear? I'm just here. I'm.
Like, what do you remember?
craving.
Like, I know
Well-
you're hungry. I'm hungry. Figured out we could just, have a meeting, eat food, rejuvenate, coffee.
Can I just eat something first?
I mean, I
Alright,
guess so.
fair.
If you don't want to
Fair.
talk about it yet,
Thank you.
I want to insight check Walter.
I will
Same.
as well.
I will do so.
I don't
as
trust
well.
bro at all.
Might as well all
Yeah.
do it at this point.
I have
I got a-
perception.
Oh, I got an 11. I don't know what stat I would use. Let me see.
Int.
Yeah, I have
I have perception 2, and I'm trained in it.
I have perception too, I think. Yeah. I have perception specialized.
Okay.
Super perceptive. I don't think it matters because I rolled a 10.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 16, but I don't know if that's gonna do anything.
So
I'm not
Noah,
trained in insight, so
Walter seems calmer than he's been lately.
Okay, so he's a
Hungry.
liar.
Hungry, obviously. You actually hear his stomach rumble once or twice
Mhm.
while he's waiting.
Probably he is like, can you be a little bit faster, please?
And the waiter comes over. You all want coffee, everybody, or just?
Yeah, for me.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you ready to? Are you ready? You want me to take your order now?
Sure.
And he goes around and gets all your orders, whatever it's going to be.
Pancake.
What'd you say?
I said pancake.
I'm gonna be real disappointed if they don't have maple syrup. I'm gonna be so sad.
Why wouldn't they? That's like a diner staple.
No, they have
It's not real
pancake
maple,
syrup.
though.
Those places,
Yeah.
not
Fair point.
maple syrup.
It's not
Maple,
100% maple
Yeah.
syrup.
Maple syrup.
It's
But
just
what
like
they do sometimes have is
Syrup.
they have fruit syrups,
yeah,
like blueberry syrup or gooseberry or something.
boysenberry, yeah, some strawberry or raspberry or whatever.
Yep. So
I'll need to
they.
come to Canada. That's all I'm gonna say. Pancakes are
I
better.
only eat actual
believe you.
maple syrup. I hate
Me
pancake
too.
syrup. It's just corn syrup. It's awful.
Ooh.
And
You won't
it took me
believe how
10
expensive
years,
a
but I
bottle
broke
is.
my daughter of it. And now she likes maple syrup too.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
But boy, it's
Maple
hard to break
syrup,
them because if
delicious.
you grew up with it, you're stuck with
expensive.
it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But it's good to hear there's people of culture. No, I'm kidding.
Syrup culture.
And he takes the order and heads back and brings coffee over for everybody.
Hell yeah. A side note, the TTRPGs for trans rights, I found that Just the Human put in a RPG. And it's Uncaged Nicholas, and it's a Nick Cage
No.
inspired
No.
RPG, and the GM is called the Cage Master. So that'll be fun.
The joke's never gonna die.
No.
No, it's so good.
It's gonna live on forever.
Anyway,
Walter, can you make me a roll on the table? And we'll have that for a while.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
roll high, Walter. Please,
Okay.
come on, buddy.
19.
Ooh,
Very high.
Let's go.
Oh, thank goodness.
He wants that food.
I mean, you do definitely want that food. You are
Yeah.
hungry. Okay. And you're sitting there for a while, and then Walter's eyes kind of open wide for a bit, and then the food comes. It's like he smelled the food coming. And the food is put on the tables.
Finally! And water dives in.
I'll eat my pancake.
As this is going on, I realize with the food arriving, it's probably a bad time to do this. Maybe like right before it arrives. Speaking of things we can smell, does Walter smell funny? You know what I mean? Not as in like as a person, but like if I close my eyes, do I get anything from him?
You get, when you concentrate, you get what you had gotten before, the ashy, kind of like heavy, smoky, but you also get like a sour, perfumey, like an old Chanel number 5 that's sat out too long and gone sour. Like if they're really old, they kind of go bad. And it sort of has like when the chemicals in it break down, it like isn't pleasant. It's sort of like a perfume that does the opposite of what perfume is supposed to do. And it is a new scent for you.
Great. Add to my collection. Yeah, Alder will like make a grimace face and then will very casually text a group chat that Walter is not in
The
and just
old
say
one.
like, yeah, the old one with Walter's old number that doesn't work anymore. Um, and just be like, Walter smells the same, but also there's something new. It's like bad. It's like bad perfume. I don't know what that means, but I will inform the others that there's definitely something different compared to before.
You get a yuck emoji back
I will,
from
I
Nova.
think, respond with, it's always yucky. I almost never smell good things. Always bad.
Walter, you devour your food when it comes, and you see everyone else is eating, but they're not eating at the same furious
Probably
pace as you.
I don't really care because all I have to do is eat some stuff. So
Yeah.
it will take some time.
Walter does look tired, though.
So, are you doing okay there, Walter? Better now that
Sorry.
food is
Um,
involved?
um, uh, I don't know. I don't know why did I get out, actually.
You don't remember anything?
No, I remember some things, but is this a good place to talk about this kind of stuff?
Well, to find a good place, 'cause in the building, out of the building, I think pretty high likelihood of danger either or. So,
Okay, so if you really want to learn what happened back there, I can
yeah.
try to tell you, but
Okay.
I want everyone to focus on this story.
Okay.
Uh, when I got in for the first time, um, it was it was weird. It was cold, and then um, Alder and Eileen just disappeared, and there was always me. There was only me, and the whole darkness around me. It was it was normal in the beginning, and then it became some sort of torture. Like I had some sort of new level of feeling loneliness. And then I started to hear some weird noises and whispers. I remember that Alder told me that I shouldn't leave for distance, but it was it was a very long time that I just stood there, and I wanted to try to understand the surroundings. And then I followed the noises, and that led me into some sort of weird stairs. I just wanted to understand what kind of a place I'm in. And then I found a torch. Within this weird darkness, that torch was the only thing that I could that helped me to see the surroundings at least a little bit. And then I saw a giant firebug. Probably my torch uh, drew its attention. It was pretty annoying around me and caused me to fall down from the stairs, but I managed to get back. And then I continue on my way. And this time, this weird firebug was leading me the way to some other place. And I found a button on the ground. a button on the ground.
Like a
And
button adhered or like a panel with the button?
not a panel, but we can say that it's a panel button. Not with the full panel, but
Yeah.
um and then I started to press on it because that was the only thing I could think of. And then nothingness teared apart right in front of me. I stepped in. It was an elevator. Then I found myself out of the liminal space. I don't know what does that mean, but I was out.
The room showed you the way out.
I don't think that was the room.
That
I
sounds
think
like
the fire bug, the fire. The,
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think that
Fireball?
it's. I don't think that it's something like you think, because now I can feel the heat. There's no heat. You remember that I was sweating like hell, right?
yes, yeah.
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 Now I feel pretty normal. I cannot feel lit inside of me right now.
Quiet
It's
again.
almost like um
She
I
was
feel
left there.
nothing. I don't know, but
Nothing? Like, no happiness, no sorrow, contempt.
um I don't know. I mean, I just got out. I felt my hunger, if that means anything.
Well, I'm really happy to see that you seem all right. We were
I,
really worried.
um Actually, I was always all right, but there was some sort of struggle within me.
Well,
That's something I can say.
all right in the sense of you being you, in control.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were in your mind?
Um, yes, I think.
Vaguely.
Um, I remember some
Yeah, it's
some
like a
kinky
weird
stuff.
distorted memory.
Yeah, I remember some weird kinky stuff and weird communication with the
Yeah.
whole group.
She who shall not be named decided to take your body, to a strip club.
Mm.
Pink
Is she
pony.
Voldemort now?
I mean, no, but I feel like invoking
She's
her name is gross.
she's also much scarier.
Then, yeah.
Uh,
Well, we are going further in our investigation. If you would like to join us today, if you're feeling up for it.
um, where do we go?
Uh, what's the place called? I looked at Alder.
Uh, it's there. It has a proper name in my brain. It's just Tsunami Research Center.
It's the Florida Tsunami
Um.
Research Center.
Okay.
Oh, then very close. The Florida
Yep.
Tsunami Research Center.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Um, I can I can thrive right now, but otherwise I think I'm okay.
Okay.
And I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how long did I stay in that weird place?
How long has it been?
Like
I
less
think-
than 24 hours, I think.
About a
Not
day,
long,
not
yeah.
24
About
hours.
24 hours.
Dang.
Are you sure?
It sure didn't
Yeah.
feel like that.
Did it
But
feel?
you're not sure what it felt like because with no senses, it's really hard to feel time.
Yeah, so for Walter, it's probably at least a couple of days.
Mm.
So he's like, I don't know, it was like more than 3 days. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't leave you in there that long. I think it was about 24 hours.
Did Eileen say anything about my situation?
No. She came in for a statement last night, though.
What?
She gave a statement about how she became who she is now.
And a warning.
And a warning.
Warning.
Yeah.
But
Stay
why?
out of her way.
Um, like a rude warning?
Passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Do we have any plans about to do anything about it?
No. I figured I would just ignore her. Gonna be honest.
That makes sense.
In the group chat, I'm gonna text. We're not telling Walter about that room, right?
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Just checking.
At least not yet. These pancakes are really good, though.
It was a good idea to go to breakfast. I won't lie.
I was very hungry. Yeah, Kyle's going fishing, too.
Oh,
Good
where
for
at?
him.
I don't know. He's just like down by the pier.
It's not a bad spot.
Is there any news about his situation?
Unfortunate news. The only thing I could find basically is that there hasn't been any reported thing in our archives where somebody of his affliction has recovered from it, and it seems degenerative. So the creature inside him will end up taking over who Walter will become. I mean, who Kyle will become. So,
Did
still
Satori
trying
make
to
that
figure it
mistake?
out.
Did
No.
Satori actually say that? Because that would have been.
I was just looking at Walter and I said Walter. But yeah, no, it's not the best news. Doesn't mean that there's no way possible. And eventually Kyle won't be Kyle. Is what I gathered.
I'm really sorry about it, and I'll try to I'll try to continue to find anything that could help. Maybe slowing down the process, or I don't know. Maybe we can help him
Yeah.
to take control over whatever is going
It
on.
seems heavily tied to his emotions. So I suggested that, he's gonna need to find good ways to meditate and to keep calm and steady throughout all of his emotional scape. And then there's the long and complicated process of possibly becoming something else, being claimed by something else. Does that make sense? Like, how we're a part of Magnus. Like if he's claimed by Magnus. Satori is trying really hard not to like extrapolate too much on what we have learned, just in case. So yeah, not the best, but he's going fishing, so.
Well, that's supposed to be relaxing, so
God, I hope so. If he gets bit by a seagull, though, it's all over.
just don't have any food on you. Those fuckers are scavengers.
Yeah, they bite
Yeah.
hard.
They do.
You all finish your breakfast. The check comes. And he just puts it in the middle of the table.
I'll get it.
Can we put
Do I
this
have
on the work? This is a work meeting. Can we put this on the work card?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Do I
yeah.
have one of those?
I think you do. You pay for
We've
the
referenced the work card before.
before when we got
Yeah,
sandwiches.
I
Yeah.
had a
Yeah.
work card. I feel like it would make sense that I would get a work card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slide over work card.
And he takes it, charges it, and off you go. Who's driving to the Tsunami Center? I think you're all going in the pickup, in the SUV. I mean, is it pickup or an SUV? SUV.
I think it's an
SUV.
SUV.
I'm the
It's an SUV.
pickup,
That's
and
right,
I've
you're the
only
pickup.
got like 2 seats because
We
it's
have
a
a
single bed. Well, it's a bed and a single like bench in the
A
cab.
bed is like
but-
20 seats.
I mean,
Used
yeah.
properly.
Is it legal in Florida to
no.
ride in the cab? Okay,
Not on the streets.
I was gonna
It happens
say.
Damn.
off-road all the time, but yeah, no. All right, so you finish, you pay up. It's surprisingly inexpensive. You know, diner food's probably the cheaper food. And then you're off to the Florida Tsunami Research Center, and you get to the building. It's not that big of a building, and it's not really that far either. It's pretty nondescript. The only signage is some painted lettering on the door, which you don't see from the street. You see it from the parking area only. And there's a doorbell on it.
Should I ring it? Should we ring it?
I'm a poke it. I'm just gonna ring it.
And a few minutes later, the door opens. There's a middle-aged man. Yeah, can I help you with something?
Hi. We were hoping to that you could help us with some information that we were looking for. Any information on volcanoes? What did the statement say, Alder?
Alder probably would have mentioned in the car on the way over that we're looking for the person who made the statement was Dr. Cecil Booker.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
And that we're talking, it's regarding the possible impact of the La Palma flank collapse. So that's what we're looking into.
Are you reporters?
No. We're with Magnus Institute.
Oh shit! Wow. The last person that came here was Matilda. Did she retire?
You could say that.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Very, very recently.
Come on in. Wow. It's so cool. Like I didn't know that you'd like followed up on each other's work or something. That's pretty impressive. And he walks you through. It's not a particularly big building. There's only a few people in here working, and he takes you to his office. And his office has a computer and some big monitors on the wall that have points of looks like seismic activity across the Atlantic area. What can I help you with then?
Do you know a Cecil Booker?
I'm Cecil. Oh yeah, I'm Cecil.
You are Cecil?
Yeah, yeah. I run the
Okay.
place.
Oh, good. Good to meet you. I'm Satori.
Nice to
This
meet you,
is
Satori.
Alder, Nova, Sam, and Walter.
And he goes
Walter
around
came, right?
shaking
Yeah.
everybody's hands, like a properly. You're following up on my statement.
Uh, yes. Yeah. We were just curious if you had any additional information, any additional developments. We've had a big storm, blow over the archives, so other like notes and stuff of Matilda's got lost, so I don't know if there's any additional information that you'd be able to tell us, especially if you know anything about the Canary Islands.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what's going to wipe us out eventually.
Has there been any increase in activity
Oh
as
yeah.
of
As a matter of fact, very recently, the last couple weeks, it's been rumbling pretty hard over there. I'm not sure what's going on. It's not. I mean, the seismology says there's something going on, but it does that periodically. It just kind of builds up and then calms down. Volcanoes are like that, they like breathe or something. They get like a deep breath and they hold it for a while. For us, a while might be a few hundred years or 50 years or whatever it happens to be.
And Spitfires.
And then it spits fire eventually. Or it doesn't. Sometimes they, because the seismic plates move under each other, and sometimes the volcanoes get moved and become inactive in one place and active somewhere else. But I can tell you that is an active volcano over there. La Palma is definitely our biggest problem. Yeah, it's eventually when it blows, if it blows hard, and the good research there, Alder. I'm glad you paid attention to the statement. If that flank collapses, the east coast of the U.S. is going to be hit by a pretty nasty tsunami, and large portions are going to be, well, populationless.
Is it due? The volcano?
That's a tricky question. I mean, yes, but like I said, some volcanoes they just become dormant or inactive after a while, and they never do the thing the worst thing that could happen. But oh yeah, it's pretty active and it's due. It hasn't blown in probably 2,000 years at this point, but it's been building, and it's one of the few places though where the crazy volcano hunters, they go there in droves to see it, because it is beautiful when you see the fire flying, blasting out of it, and the lava flows. It's got the whole shebang, it's got the whole thing going.
Hunters, is that a thing?
The what?
Volcano hunters, is that a thing?
Yeah, they go to watch volcanoes, see them. Yeah, anywhere you find a volcano, first there's going to be scientists, which are sometimes called volcano hunters. But then you're going to have those that go there for other reasons. Sometimes they go to there to take photographs, and they sell the photographs. And then there are the crazy ones that are hoping to see the destruction of something, terrible destruction on a place. You can always see when they're really building up energy, because they get struck by lightning a lot when it's happening. So, and La Palma's been getting hit a lot.
Is that the first warning signs besides the seismic activity?
It's just a sign that there's a lot of friction in there, and that it's building up, the tectonic plates are shifting and moving. And when that happens, it causes big drops in the air pressure, changes in temperature that are very rapid sometimes, and then volcanoes create their own environment and atmosphere around them. I don't know if you know that, but active volcanoes, they're like their own ecosystem, their own atmosphere. Like, they do their own thing, and often it means lightning too.
And you said
Beautiful.
The last few weeks have been worse.
Yes, for sure.
And
She's an active one right now.
do you have like a diagram of what that would look like? I know that there's like visual mapping of it now.
Sure. Here, and he walks over to a table, and he has all these maps and looked like geographic illustrations. And he kind of flips through some. And he goes, "All right, this is La Palma right here." And he shows this big volcano, and he says, "This half of it," and he just sort of draws a line with his hand down the middle of it. If it blows hard, just split it down this side. Everything to the left of it is going into the ocean all at once. That creates your tsunami.
Okay.
That's the flank collapse that we've been warning people about for decades. Of course, nobody ever listens, but eventually we'll be right and we'll hate ourselves for it.
Yeah, in these kinds of situations, you kind of don't want to be right.
Yeah.
In your statement, though, you mentioned that this is all very, scientific, but you mentioned that it was not normal, the patterns and stuff you were seeing.
Oh my God, you read the whole statement.
Yeah, that's kind of our job, yeah.
Yeah, there is definitely something weird with this particular volcano over the last decade or 2 decades, but building up more. There's it's sort of the plate movement seems like it is shifting a little. I mean, it's been restless, that's for sure, but it's unstable, yes, but it's the Atlantic floor too. It's like there's veins of lava flow kind of rolling into and near it. And it's almost like the volcano is pulling extra lava and pressure in a way that we don't see other volcanoes doing it. Lava is pushed into volcanoes. This one seems to be pulling it, which makes no sense to me. Like, volcanoes don't pull things to them. They don't think like that. They don't have a mind like that. There was a girl, the one in the statement, she used to work here, and she thought it was awesome and took delight in the idea that a volcano could be, I hate to even use the word she used, but alive, that it could be just literally a living thing. Like, you know how they used to say the Gaia, the planet, was alive? She took it to like the point where she believed this volcano could be made to be alive through some kind of bullshit, I don't know, mysticism stuff that she was learning about. Of course, that's just it's ridiculous. It's religious mumbo jumbo, I guess.
Was her name Adara Kohler?
No, but I do know who that is. She knew her. She joined that woman's cult.
Who was this person then? Who worked here?
Oh my God, I find her name. I forgot her name.
It was Jennifer, right?
Yes. Oh, I gotta get to the name.
I don't remember her last name, but I think from the statement it was Jennifer.
I lost her name in my notes. Damn it.
It was in the statement you sent me. I can open it.
I know. I'm looking at the statement. I'm trying to find it again because I forgot it. Like, damn it. And I think I only put it in there once. And it's kind of a long statement. And he would not forget her name. It's just me.
Jennifer Lehman.
Yes,
Lehman?
that's it. Lehman.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lehman. Yeah, she joined that Adara's cult, the one that was in that building till it burned down recently.
Mm-hmm.
She was crazy. You know, like, there's crazy, like, when someone puts fire out with their fingers, like from a lighter or something, or a match. You know, like, that's like James Dean cool crazy. No, she was way beyond that. She used to like to put like her hand over fire and show that it wouldn't hurt her. And I knew that it had to be burning her, and she'd lift her hand and nothing. It was literally like, if someone was impervious to fire, that was her. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. But she loved the stuff. She loved volcanoes. And I don't mean loved studying volcanoes. I love studying volcanoes and seismic activity because I'm a scientist. She was a scientist and something else.
What happened to her?
She quit one day. She just left. She had joined the cult, that cult thing, that fire cult, whatever they were called. And she disappeared from my life. But I did see her on TV once with that cult, like trying to chase off like protesters and whatnot. That was it. There are echo quakes that are coming out of that volcano. That volcano's... It's the most unusual volcano that I know of. It does the weirdest stuff lately. It's like it's causing cracks in the Atlantic floor near it. I mean, imagine if the flank collapse is only part of what collapses underneath it. Can you imagine if the ground under the sea cracked underneath that? I mean, we're talking billions of tons of material collapsing into the sea or pulling in water and creating... I mean, we're talking a mega tsunami. And I mean, with mega tsunamis, you can have 100-foot waves. Like, literally 100-foot waves. They will cover buildings.
Yeah.
They'll cross the Everglades and wash everything out into the west coast of the state, into the ocean over on that side. Gulf of Mexico will get Florida. Yeah. Is she like, have you done research into her? Because you ought to. I mean, she's like...
Into Jennifer?
Yeah. She seems like somebody that the Magnus Institute would... I mean, Matilda always said that she was definitely somebody that would... Not always. I didn't say always. Matilda said that she would look into her at some point. So, I kind of thought that's why you were here.
I see. Yeah, no, that's definitely somebody that would pique our interest, especially with the multiple connections to Adara.
Yeah, fire cults. I honestly didn't know there were real fire cults anymore. I thought that was something from mythology or something until that one popped up.
Yeah, well,
Weird.
and it burnt down, so.
Totally makes sense.
Ironically.
Yeah. That's on brand.
Was there anything else you remember, like Matilda, like the story said, our office suffered a bit of damage and some notes and stuff got lost. So we're just kind of trying to like piece anything together that we might have missed. Was there anything else you remember Matilda saying or like asking you a lot about, or any other notes you think that she might have taken? Because we think we might have lost some stuff. Yeah.
She asked me if I thought that Jennifer was dangerous in any way. And I said, yeah, I do. I think she can be dangerous with her fire obsession. I would think arson would not be a far step for her. But dangerous other than that, I don't know. The cult seemed to be pretty dangerous in my mind. You know, they draw people in and hurt them with fire or whatever. Weren't they like burning, like branding people or something, with getting people to brand themselves? Like, who does that? It's crazy. That's insane. Who? And she loved that stuff. I mean,
Has she always loved that?
yeah, I mean, she was smart. When she came out of college and we hired her, she was very smart about volcanoes and seismology. Like, she really did know her stuff.
Did the obsession with like the fire come later?
Yeah, I mean, anything related to fire she was into. She smoked, of course. I kind of think she was into just body decoration in general. She had piercings and tattoos, and apparently when she joined the cult, she stepped it up to branding, and I was like, really? I mean, I didn't ask to see him or anything because like that would be inappropriate, but it was definitely. I didn't know anybody that had done anything like that in my life.
You know if Jennifer is her real name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did she go by any others? Nicknames?
We called her Jen.
Jen?
But I mean, we hired her out of college. And we do background checks. We want to make sure that we're hiring actual scientists, not, you get journalists that sometimes want to try and get hired. You get students that haven't graduated that aren't really ready yet. And, we do some pretty complicated studies that you have to have your math down really good and everything like that. So,
yeah. What university did she come from to you?
I have to think of a good university. Let me say Penn State.
Okay.
As he is kind of, I feel like, finishing up answering our questions, it seems like, can I use the missing detail effect from my character sheet of just seeing if there's anything that it seems like he left out? He seems pretty open and honest, but just in case. If there's anything that wasn't said,
you see on the wall, you see the islands on the wall, like on the screen, and there's a lot of like dots coming on and off, and it's the only place on all these screens that's like that. And he said it was active. That seems like really active. Like it is just lighting up all around the volcano. And you think that he's softening what's really going on there.
Yeah.
Possibly just to make it where it doesn't feel as dangerous to you, but
Yeah, downplaying it from saying like, yeah, we're all gonna die tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, cool. I don't think then that I will point that out or say anything because it does seem like it seems like he's leaving that out to try to be for our benefit. Like he's not trying to deceive us. He's just trying to go easy on us. But I'll tell everyone else when we leave what I saw.
Y'all are welcome to come back anytime you want, and as long as we're still around, I can help you out with volcano stuff or earthquake stuff.
Yeah.
We don't get earthquakes around here, but
Interesting, nonetheless.
So are you guys like
spies?
Yes, that was gonna be
Yeah.
like spies for like science or something.
Paranormal science.
Oh shit, paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ooh.
are you on the side of the cult?
What?
No, absolutely not.
Ew.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Just want to make sure that that would kind of weird me out.
No,
Yeah,
I
they
think
weren't
it's a
very
valid
nice.
question.
So.
All right. Well, if there's anything else you need, let me know. And he reaches over and he pulls his business card and he gives you his business card. You can call him anytime. Of course, 9 to 5.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for your time, Cecil.
Thank you.
Nice to meet all.
Okay.
Tell
Before we
Matilda I said
leave,
hi.
I would like to ask something like, um, probably Walter didn't pay much attention about the whole conversation because he's kind of away from this topic, and also he's still trying to get back to himself because of the exhaustion. So I'm assuming that instead of paying attention to the conversation here, he's trying to focus on the surroundings, like I don't know, the if there's any cameras, the movement of the cameras, or if people is passing through, he will try to focus on the environment. I mean, like if there's anything suspicious about the people and the surroundings.
And it actually looks like this is a legit research center doing legit research and not any kind of paranormal facility. The statement
Yeah,
was
but
actually not about the facility as much as it was about the person, Jennifer, that worked here, that he was really weirded out about. And that's what
uh,
Matilda found
I mean, more like
interesting.
the uh, he just has some sort of feel like people might try to, I don't know, watch them, try to listen to them through some sort of microphones and stuff.
Ah, I see what you
Or,
mean.
yeah,
Mm.
Make me a perception check.
okay.
Or an investigation if you have investigation, which actually I think you do have investigation.
Um, all right.
And it's int based.
I have 13.
It doesn't look like anyone is really paying attention to them. As a matter of fact, it seems mostly like everyone is ignoring them.
Okay, what about cameras and stuff? Like,
There's a camera on the outside of the building, but it looks like it's for not just this place, but for the facility more than for
okay.
them. More focused even on the parking lot than on the entrances.
All
I
right,
know.
that's of Walter.
I know Alder already asked about like insight on the map, like the seismograph. Is there one specific point among the islands that has the most activity?
Yes. The 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 center of the volcano is the most active. And it's
Okay.
very active.
And that's like within the collection of these islands.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a mental note of where that is.
Yeah.
Well, unless anybody has any other questions, I think we'll probably leave you to it.
All right. Thank you. And he walks
Thank you.
out. And he closes the door after you leave.
I think probably as soon as he closes the door and as soon as we're like, probably once we're in the van actually, and away from like the camera, Alder will bring up, did anyone else notice like the lights on the board and how, like I know he said active,
Yeah.
but that was
I took
like
a glance.
active.
Yeah.
You know that there will be some sort of ritual happening there, right?
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately. But you're not there, which is
Yeah.
great.
So they can't finish it.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I really don't know what happened to Lilith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we like try and find out like, I don't know how we can confirm if she's really gone, if she left, because, like, that would be a good thing and a bad thing. Because at least if she's possessing Walter, we know where she is.
You
Look,
know,
right now we have some sort of shell over the skin. If we start to scratch it, it'll bleed out.
What
But,
what does that have to do with Lilith?
oh, Sam, the staff. The
Oh,
staff detects danger. If you use the staff on Walter and he's not possessed, he shouldn't be a danger to you, right?
I would hope so. But I don't know if Lilith is still there when I poke him, would it bring her out? I still don't know how this thing works. I'm very nervous
I have a
trying it
weird
again.
and bad feel about it.
Me too. I think
Hey,
we should maybe not experiment with that right now.
fair, but isn't it better to know where she is than not know, even if that's here? Like, the not knowing seems like it could be very dangerous. Because she
If
could be on her way to Spain.
In
look,
a
But how?
non-corporeal body.
if
Oh,
if she's somewhere that we can reach, and she's somewhere she's not supposed to, when we reach her, she can use us to get back.
you know, Kyle said something interesting this morning. He said that Walter still has something angry inside him. Something. So I don't think we should in any amount think that Lilith is not separate from Walter, even though he seems better at the moment. I'm skeptical.
Are you going back to the office while you're talking in the car?
Yeah, unless anybody else
Okay.
thinks we
So,
should go anywhere.
so what are we gonna do? I mean, like, Lilith is a big thing and, like, a big threat, but then what that guy was talking about was, like, the destruction of
Yeah.
a lot. A lot of destruction. Can we stop that? like if we stop the ritual, do we have to go to Spain? Do we? This feels like where we keep coming back to, which is that this is above our pay grade.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't do the ritual without Lilith.
Okay. So, yeah, we need
Where
to know
is
where
she?
Lilith is, because if she's still with you, we can't take you to Spain, and if she's not, then it doesn't matter, I
Um,
think.
Can she hop hosts? Is my next question.
Yeah.
Is there
if
another one out there?
if you want, we can try to do something like um a seance like meditation. We can try to feel
We'll have to be very
her
careful.
her energy,
Yeah.
not a full contact. Just
Okay.
try to feel her energy. But I think that I cannot do it on my own
No.
because I already cannot. I mean, I was feeling her um, inside my mind or body or I don't know soul,
Mm-hmm.
but currently I don't feel anything at all. So it would not work for me, but maybe uh, we can do a meditation together to try to sense her appearance. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Okay.
also feels dangerous, but I
We
don't
need to know.
know that there's a non-dangerous option right now. Again, like if we do wake her up or something, at least we know where she is.
Then she could cause a lot of damage to the immediate area if we do wake her up.
She could cause a lot of damage to lots of areas if she did hop host and she is not. I think it's just there's so many unknowns. We don't know how Lilith works. She's supposed to be really powerful. Maybe she can move between. I don't know. My thought would be like Adara might be another potential host because Adara and Walter lived in the same
Mm-hmm.
house. That was like cursed and burned down. Not at the same time, but like she was one of the other people who
Yeah.
survived the house, one of the only ones. I don't know how Lilith would get to her, but it doesn't seem
Yeah.
outside the realm of possibility.
We also don't know how exactly the room that Walter is in works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a liminal space that like goes on in theory for eternity. Um, but yeah, that doesn't tell us much. I don't know. It feels like everything we do is going to be dangerous, and I don't know if we have enough information to make the best decision. I don't. But it feels like we have to do something,
Mm-hmm.
or
You arrive at the
we're all
office.
going to die. Um,
We're all going to die. All right, we're here. Yeah. I. This sucks, y'all. Like, I need to figure out. We need to figure out where she is
Look,
for
at
sure.
least I can say something like, uh, I mean, I'm not a Lilith expert, and I'm not really sure if I really want to be one, but I can say that these kind of entities generally create some sort of special connection with their hosts. That's why she didn't leave my body.
Mm-hmm.
So, if there's any other special host for her, she will try to jump on it because uh, I think she would know that being with me is kind of dangerous because
Yeah.
it's still flesh and bones. So you can always find a way to keep me away from stuff. And um, if she's still with me, she's in a passive mode, we can say. So that's actually another reason for me to not scratch the surface, because if she becomes active unintentionally,
Yeah.
that means I still have the danger, and I don't want to have it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see if she's still there. Because if she's not, we have other problems.
We should probably not do a seance in the building.
No, probably
Yeah.
not.
Eileen doesn't like it. Or does like it? I think she does like it, and I think that's the problem.
She doesn't like it when she's not involved.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. So we should go...
We can go to my place, I guess.
Yeah.
It still has salt all over the floor, to my best recollection.
What about paying a visit to a nearby forest?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why
Sure.
forest?
I have
Because
been thinking that, like, middle of nowhere places are probably good ideas.
yeah, but I mean,
No.
nature has its own um, nature has its own energy, and when we if we can get ourselves out of the environmental distractions, we can focus more on our meditation.
Mm-hmm. So that makes sense.
Nova, why do you think not?
There's things in the woods
Fair.
almost everywhere. Absolutely not.
Well,
The Everglades are close.
I mean, aren't there things everywhere?
Yeah, but
Like, there's things in our building all the time.
I know. I know.
I know that we can get
Um,
away from the things.
I think we should bring uh some huge tanks of water with us, just in
Yeah,
case.
I
I
ordered
I
And a
would
fire
I
extinguisher.
would be worried
Yeah.
about the forest being lit on fire. Yeah.
Fire extinguisher.
I
A
brought
couple.
I bought a bunch of shit. It should be arriving sometime this morning actually. So, I bought body armor, like bulletproof vests
oh,
and
I thought you were talking about the drink.
no, like bulletproof vests. Um, more of that paint that we use. I bought bullet shells that we can engrave and a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, yeah. No, that
Um,
sounds perfect.
Hey, so we're gonna pack up, take a bit, pack up, gather our things, find a secluded spot, like not too secluded. It's the middle of the day. Things don't come out in the middle of the day, right? Like things are like a
Typically.
nighttime thing.
That blue
So
hag sure seemed to grab me right in the middle of the day.
Ugh,
Not to
right.
remind everybody.
most things don't come out in the middle of the day.
Okay.
Forest type things, I feel like, would not.
my shit came out in the day.
But that's your
Oh.
sister.
It wasn't.
Oh.
It was
You have other
things.
forest related things that you've encountered?
I, I
Maybe.
didn't want to say that you're so wrong about your assumption, but you're so wrong about your assumption here.
I mean, we
There-
could just go to my place.
We could do that. We could go to the woods if you want, but I'm just saying the daytime, the nighttime, it doesn't matter. From what I can tell,
Alright.
it's gonna get you if it's there, you know.
Okay. Well, let's just pack up our stuff and we'll figure something out.
You just tell me where I'm going,
Yeah.
and I'll
pack
go
some
there.
shit.
And you get out of the car and you head into the building to get all your stuff. Nova, as you're going in, you notice that your motorcycle it's either fallen or been knocked over.
I'm gonna go check it. Has the brakes been cut? The
Oh,
anything?
but there's some keying on the gas tank.
Oh, you
Mhm.
fucking bitch.
And
Uh,
you hear from across the parking lot. And peeking over the tops of all these cars is yourself. In a smile that is not like your smile. And then a motorcycle takes off.
Seems like anywhere we do anything, we're screwed
I
anyhow.
don't even know if the rest of you notice it. It's like you saw her stop at her motorcycle. I don't think you noticed the
I think Alder's actually gonna stay in the car, which we can get to in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably also will. Because I'm just like, all right, everybody just grab your shit.
I want to shoot her so fucking bad, but I won't. Don't fuck with my bike. Um,
You actually kind of remember riding bikes with her. Motorcycles too, like mini
Yeah.
bikes, not like big bikes like these, but kids mini bikes. She loved.
I think that's the fucking worst part about this is as much as I wanna stop her from hurting anyone again, I can't help but remember all the good shit, you know? And it just makes it so hard. Like I wonder if she's still in there somewhere. But that maybe if I figure out what's going on with Walter, maybe it will translate. But I don't know. I'm gonna let her go and I'm gonna go inside and get this shit.
Okay, you all see Nova put her motorcycle back up. It must have fallen or something, but she did stand there for a long time, kind of staring out. And you see her face is kind of pissed. She goes in. So Sam goes in, Nova goes in, Walter goes in. Alder and Satori stay in the car.
Mm.
Okay. So you all go in to get your stuff. Alder, you're in the car with Satori.
I feel like Alder was probably in the back seat and Satori was driving.
Yeah.
When everyone's gone, actually, I feel like, you can kind of hear Alder, like, take a deep breath from the back seat. And we'll kind of, like, scoot forward and, like, awkwardly kind of, like, go in between, like, the little, like, middle console to, like, try and, like, make eye contact with you. Hey, Satori,
Yeah?
I've been like meaning to talk to you for a while. It feels like time has like gotten away from us. Um, our lives have like escalated drastically in the last like 2 weeks. Um,
Yeah.
you know, before Walter, I think I saw him like right before whatever happened to him. Um, and he said something to me that I really remember, and he asked me, "Is this all just a game to you?" And we were kind of talking in general. I think I said something like really light, and I think I kind of have like taking this job was always fun, and we investigated fun things, and I like learning about things, and it's always been fun, and it's gotten, I mean, ever since Maggie, it's just gotten really real and dangerous and scary really fast.
Yeah.
And like I was supposed to be a researcher who like sat at a computer and looked things up online, and now like thousands of people might die if we don't stop a demon. And how do you deal with all of that? And all you seem so calm.
You know, I'm of the mentality, Alder, that things work out the way that they're supposed to, despite all of the challenges. What we do for the people that we do them for, our job is much deeper than just ourselves. And I know within myself that when the time comes, I will be able to make the decisions that need to be made. And I can't worry about the details. It's just too much.
Yeah. You can say that again.
You have to focus on what's right in front of you. You have to focus on the path ahead. If there is a fork that is coming up, Alder, you have to be 100% confident in the decision that you're making. You cannot hesitate.
Yeah.
You hesitate all the
Um,
time.
I mean this, Alder, you cannot hesitate.
Um, yeah. What if the fork has two really bad options? Do you make your own?
You can.
Okay.
There's always another path. One that you cannot see, I have found.
Yeah. Um, I think I'm trying to find that. Um,
Yeah, don't feel limited in the choices that have been given to you. You still have complete agency.
doesn't feel like it with everything that we just learned about
No.
all of the things and you know I've been talking to Eileen more,
Okay.
or she's been talking to me. Uh,
How's that?
bad, I think.
Right.
You talked to her while Walter and I were in Boston, right? Like you met her. Did
Yeah.
you what Hermes, when he was talking about the spiral, said that it's people who can't free themselves from it. Do you think I'm making a mistake trying to free her? If she doesn't want to be freed?
I mean, you can't really make people choose something for themselves. And unfortunately, Eileen has been a part of this for a very long time. And as much as I would love to help her and anybody, she is more than likely not the same person she was 50 years ago. She has become consumed, and she has other needs that hurt people. Like, the party was fun for a while, but it did not end. It wasn't going to end, but it didn't end well.
No.
You know, even with Kyle, he has agency, even if he is in an active battle with himself to keep it. You have to think to yourself whether or not Eileen still has that and wants that. She's the only one who can make that decision.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's our top problem right
There's
now.
a lot of
But
problems.
there's a lot of problems. If I have an idea about some of what is going on, are we not telling Walter things right now?
I
Are
don't
we
know what Walter is right now. I want to trust Walter. I want to make sure that Walter is okay. But he has been through a lot, and we still don't know if Lilith is listening to it could be some sort of ploy for us to get our defenses down and tell her something important that we already know. I want
Yeah.
to trust Walter. I just do not trust what is a part of Walter right now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try something while we're waiting for the others to come back. Um, I've been thinking about things ever since yesterday and last night, and I think I can see that third option, maybe. Or maybe I'm trying to make a path where there isn't one. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place because, like you said, all of the problems. There's so
Yes.
many. There's so many things.
You have to focus on one and commit
Yeah.
to it.
We're gonna focus on. Well, I think I might have something that relates to multiple problems, but I don't.
Okay.
I'm gonna try something. If
Alright.
I don't like, I'm gonna try like getting myself into more of a like meditative state. If I don't like open my eyes when everyone else comes back, wake me up somehow.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, cool. Um, Alder's going to kind of like, lean like go all the way back, like retract back into the actual back seat. Um,
I'm gonna adjust my
and
mirror so I can see Alder.
from the outside, like Alder's just gonna like close their eyes, and look like they're doing the kind of like meditative, concentrated focusing thing. What I want to try, and Alder has no idea how they work as a person, other than I can smell and taste things sometimes,
Right.
and maybe I teleported us all into Walter's mind. So jumping from the maybe I teleported us all into Walter's mind and memory, I want to see if I can retreat into my own mind. I want to try and do a like mind palace type of thing. Because all of the recent talks about safety and the fact that we're always being watched and people keep showing up in our office, I'm feeling like we do not have a safe space, and I want to try and make one inside of my own head. I don't know how that's going to work, but Alder's just gonna kind of close their eyes, like, you would see Satori, like, taking some really, like, deep breaths, trying to get into this kind of, like, calm, meditative state, and then I think trying to retreat into, like, just a memory that feels safe, which is probably, and a memory that feels strong, would be their backyard from when they were a kid. Both because of something that happened there to them, when they were younger, but also because they had a, like a little, like, play structure outside with, like, a slide and, like, like, you could kind of, like, climb up in there, and I think that they spent a lot of time in there as a, only child, like, just kind of playing out by themselves. So I think that feels like a good, like, safe space where, like, okay, I could retreat back to.
So that becomes your focus as you meditate.
Yeah,
Start to meditate.
I'm gonna try and, like, focus on, like, trying to visualize that space as strong as possible.
All right. The three that went inside, Nova, Walter, Sam, you head inside, and Walter, can you make me a roll on the chart real quick? As you went to the building.
Okay.
No big deal.
I have 9.
Oh,
So you're all going in. Nova's pissed off. Sam is kind of heading in. I kind of feel like Sam is a fast walker. Is Sam a fast walker or a slow walker?
I think it depends on his mood, really. Like if he's in like anxious or frustrated mood, he'd move fast. But if he's chill, he's like slower.
Hold on.
Secret message typing in the
Oh,
background.
no.
Walter, you are no longer yourself.
You're totally
Attack the nearest person.
You all go in. Nova, you get your stuff.
Violence.
The boxes are there
Oh.
for the stuff that you had ordered. Sienna's there, and she goes, are these some expenses? I haven't seen an expense report from anyone in a while, and I know you all have been spending some things, so where's Satori
Yeah.
at? Can you tell Satori to make sure she gets her expense reports in?
Sure
We
thing,
can't
Wolf.
operate without knowing what we're spending on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let her know.
I
This is
know.
just an equipment order because we didn't have any kicked around. So
Yeah. Yeah, there's
I'll
nothing
get the
scarier than
receipts.
paperwork, that's for sure.
No kidding.
I
Sam,
am
you go in there.
definitely behind in paperwork. Like 100%.
I will
like,
sit
very
down with you
behind.
and help you with it. You just gotta ask.
I have a question. Do I see anything interesting, weird, out of ordinary?
No, it seems like what you expect to see.
Okay.
And Sam and Nova gather their stuff. Walter, you go in, and at your desk there's a bottle of liquor on the top from the last time you were here. There's some broken glass in the can that hasn't been cleaned yet. The janitorial crew will be through it at some point today and probably get it, but you kind of only vaguely remember that. The AC's running a little too hard, and you don't like that so much, but
Yeah, I remember that they didn't let me to finish my things. But I don't know. New stuff came out.
Sam, are you getting any equipment?
Maybe I get some field notes and
Okay.
my bag if I didn't carry it with me to the Sonata place. Otherwise, I have everything else I need on me.
Okay.
I'm packing a duffel bag for stuff for everybody, just
Can
in
you
case.
can you carry everything, or do you need help?
Listen, I'm
Nova
strong. I
can.
got this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a
Nova
strong,
lifts.
independent woman. I do lift. Thank you.
So Nova has 2 big duffel bags, one for each hand, and just a bunch of stuff was thrown in. You saw the 2 of you saw that going in there, and all of it looks most of it looks brand new. A lot of the new stuff is in there. And once you get everything, you start heading down. Alder, when you close your eyes and you concentrate on this moment, you remember the paint on the playset. It had started to peel a little bit, and as a kid, you remember kind of peeling it when you were up on the top, sitting and thinking and just kind of imagining out, looking at the stars when it was at night, when you could be out at night, when your mom would be sitting up on the porch. And the stars themselves, as you look at them, they sort of wrap around, and you realize they become an orb around you. That there's no land, there's just you on this playset sitting in the middle of stars that go all around, not just the sky. And they don't twinkle, they kind of are steady. And as you spend time concentrating, it becomes, the playset feels a little like it's moving in this space, is sort of Just a little bit of a waving or rocking in the middle of all of this. Almost like you're on water. And then the lights of the stars go out. And you're in black space. There's no sound. Your thoughts clear. And you see a man you recognize from a moment in your life, standing in front of you, smoking a cigarette and looking at you. Why you joining me here? Where's your mother at?
I am not totally sure where here is, as per usual, when I try this. You look so familiar. Who are you?
And he walks a little closer and he hands you a cigarette. You look like you've learned to smoke in that since we last met.
That might be an over-exaggeration. Yeah. Where am I?
What you mean by that? You're here. Satori, you
Fair
see
enough.
Alder's eyes. Like when someone goes into REM sleep, they start
Mm-hmm.
kind of moving kind of quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But she's sitting, calmly otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
You brought me in.
How exactly did I do that?
I don't know how you do anything. You just do it. I don't. How am I supposed to know how you do something like bring me into you like this? It's
You know what? Forget I asked.
all right. And he
You
turns
mentioned
around.
you mentioned my mother though. Why? She's just at home? Or she was last time I talked to her.
Oh, that's good. That's good. She's a good person.
How do you know her?
Well, how do you think I know her?
I don't know how to answer that question. So I brought you here.
Mm-hmm.
And do I remember, like, I'm really trying to, like, look at him, because, again, like, he looks so familiar. Do I remember the moment of the context where I've seen him?
It was the one time you had a paranormal experience when you were a kid that led to all of these other things. The ghost in the yard.
Okay. Okay, so he is the ghost. Okay. Okay. Um, I apologize if I disturbed you by bringing you here. Like I said, I wasn't trying to. I was just sort of exploring what I can do. I guess it never quite goes the way I intend, but this is the least bad it's gone in recent times, so I guess I'm getting better.
Can I see your hand? What's going on there? And he walks over.
Sure. Is something going on with my hand?
And he flips it over. And then he takes a cigarette and he burns the back of your hand with it. So, Tori, you hear Alder squeal? Like,
I turn back. like
And-
facing them.
and her hand is sticking out, and you see a burn mark happening on her hand, and it's just swelled.
I like reach forward and like put my hand on his hand and like just shake it a little bit.
And Alder stays still in this space, eyes closed. Yeah, you can feel things. That's good. It's good. Your mama was always said you'd be sensitive.
What the hell does that mean? And ow, why did you have to do... Couldn't you, like, pinch me or something? Isn't that what you do in, like, a dream?
And he flicks the cigarette away. I guess so. I could have, but there's something real about extremities. You know what I mean? Like, a pinch don't hurt like a real pain. So, like
Sure.
when
Yeah.
you think you know your father and you don't. Like, that's a real pain for many people. You know what I mean? Well,
Yes?
Satori, he is like shaking his hand, like, but it seems to be staying out there, and then the burning seems to stop. But there's a definite burn mark on his hand there, and
I'm gonna try and
he starts
pull
talking.
Alder out of it a little. Yeah.
How are you gonna do it? And then Sam, Nova, and Walter, you get to the car, and you see Satori lean
Alder?
back. Not Alder. Nova, Sam, and Walter get to the car, and you all see Alder's eyes closed, but kind of in a REM state, hand out, and like a burn mark, like with a little bit of a burn mark. And Satori is like starting to try and maybe make Alder come to or something.
Yeah. I just start like shaking them and be like, Alder, it's time to come back. You have to
Do I
come
hear
back.
that?
No, and this person turns. I'll see you around, kid. And he starts very like a slow walk away.
Okay. I have so many questions. This was not what I was intending. But wait, if I do this again, will you still be here?
And then you hear Satori's voice. Come
Alder.
out, whatever you. Yeah.
You have to come out. Come out of it, Alder.
And the sky unwraps, and you find yourself sitting in the back seat of the pickup truck, of the SUV. And Alder is sweating, it rose up quickly. And you have a pain on your hand, like a real pain. And you see there's a burn mark. And Nova, you and Sam and Walter open the door and see Satori like kind of concerned over Alder, from the front seat.
Did something happen? Is Alder okay?
I think so. Are you all right?
Well, as alright as any of us. Yeah. I'll be fine. Damn it, that never works the way I want it to.
I'm gonna
What
drop the duffel bag and pull out the first aid kit.
happened?
Just trying to see... I didn't know if I was the reason why we all went into Walter's memories, so I tried to go into my own memories. Because why not? And instead of... I did, actually. I did. It always works at first, and then it goes really wrong. And I don't know if there's a way to stop that or not. 'Cause I did. I was in my own memories, and then I was surrounded by the sky, and then I talked to a ghost who knows my mom.
Okay, but look, you try something on your own without any kind of
Satori
guide.
was here.
Th-
I shrug.
I didn't
mean-
break
But-
the rules.
Okay, but you're still trying to do some things on your own, um, without any kind of guide. Because if she would, if she was guiding you, probably if it wouldn't go that kind of wrong. You didn't do any kind of practice about it yet.
I mean, this is the practice, right? Just
This is not a practice. This is being irresponsible.
Wow, sounds like Walter's back.
Yeah.
For real.
yeah.
I'm definitely reassured about Walter for sure. Yeah.
If you want to
Just a
take
little.
control over this kind of stuff, we should do practices.
Yeah, I know. We were going to do practice, and then you were possessed, so we haven't exactly. It doesn't feel like we have time to practice. While I'm practicing, Lilith could do a ritual and kill thousands of people. What if I can
That's-
do something helpful, but it's like it feels like it's just out of reach, and every time I try, it just makes things worse, and we don't have time for things to be worse.
I understand, but this kind of stuff don't work with your good intentions. It needs time. It needs practice. Otherwise, you can stuck into your own memory. We can never reach your conscious mind.
And Satori, it took a long time to pull Alder out, even though Alder was in pain.
Yeah. I guess if we're gonna do it, we have to do it right. It just.
I know everything is overwhelming right now. So, where are we going?
Alder, let
You
me
said
see
your
hand.
place.
Yeah.
My place?
Take out some burn spray and just kind of coat it a bit.
Okay.
Put on like a white noise
Yeah.
machine when we get to my place.
Put a little covering on your hand.
Thanks, Nova.
Yeah, of course. I put that shit away, and I'm gonna throw the fucking duffel bags in the back seat of the SUV.
And we go to my house,
Yep. You drive there.
my apartment.
You get it. You get in. You haven't been here in a while. It's been a long time.
No, there's just salt all over the floor from last time. It's been blown. It looks like the outdoors right now. It might still be a little smoky, gonna be honest. Like there's sediment everywhere. Damn, this place needs some work.
And you get in there and you do what in your messy apartment? How do you set up?
I'm gonna redraw the salt circles. And
Okay.
I am going to make protection runes in chalk. Or like charcoal.
Okay.
I have black salt if that would be helpful.
Oh, that's actually really, really good. Yeah.
I just saw it when I was looking for salt. And I'd pull some out of the
Yeah.
duffel bag.
It's special salt. It's meant for this kind of thing.
And I have incense. I don't know if that is. I know you're like sensory based,
Yeah,
Alder,
yeah.
so I have like sandalwood and some other stuff. I don't know if that'll help ground you.
Maybe? I'll look at Walter. Walter, what do you think? Will that help?
I don't know. Seems like everyone else knows better, so I'd like to watch.
Well, we're asking for your advice for a reason, so we're shooting in the dark here.
Yeah, I was going to get into the details before you decided to do something else.
What do you mean?
As I said, it should be in the woods. But instead, we're here. So I would
Oh,
like to see your expertise right now. I'm observing.
all right.
I think you can understand that Walter's kind of offended by
Yeah.
this situation.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
they all can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, he's just being Walter.
hmm Well, I guess we'll get started. And remember, Alder, we're just trying to sense and not go anywhere.
No, in the past, I've definitely gotten a different smell from Walter and from Lilith. And I think I can tell them apart. I don't know. I didn't exactly build my own confidence by whatever the fuck I just messed up. And possibly learned I need to maybe call home after this. But no, one thing. You said one thing at a time. Um, yeah. We're just skimming the surface and seeing if Lilith might be there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all.
Have you tried like meditative like scroll writing while you've done this?
No, I haven't.
That might be something useful. Hold on. I like grab a pen and paper. So
Yeah.
basically, you take a repetitive motion, like drawing a circle, and use that as a part of your meditative state. And usually, while you're in that state, if you are getting information, you can scrawl it out in words or writing.
Yeah.
Supposed
I
to get you in like a rhythm.
uh it doesn't sound like it would hurt.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah, I can try that.
I said it in front of you. Okay.
Okay. Just like normal then, except without the fucked up part at the end.
Let's hope. I put
Let's
my hand on your shoulder to ground you.
Okay. I'm gonna probably ask, like, where is Walter? Is Walter in the middle of the circle, or am I in the middle of the circle?
I think you're in the middle,
Okay.
and Walter is probably sitting on my couch watching.
Yeah.
Or like on a stool, like in a
Judging us
kitchen that's
silently.
connecting. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to, like, sensory connect into Walter, like the same smell I was smelling earlier with the burnt but also the bad perfume, and see if I can get that. And I'm gonna
you
do the
have the best memory for smell that you've ever had in
Yes.
your life, and that's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, it is. I wish it was different. It's fine. Elder makes like the same kind of like. I think everyone can always tell whenever Elder like catches on to something because it's the same like a grimace, like oh yep there it
Like-
is kind of face. That's sour. Um, I think I'm just gonna try and focus on Walter and use the memory. If I have a really strong connection to the scent and the taste. I do remember what like the more Lilithy version of Walter was like very ashy and like very smoky.
Yep.
I'm just gonna kind of like see if I can find that anywhere.
Yeah, when you start concentrating on this, you pick up the smell and the taste very, very quickly, and the bitterness of the bad perfume. Walter, you know that really for a seance to properly work, the participants should have their eyes closed so that they can concentrate into the same thought process in the meditation with the one doing it. Are you giving guidance or paying attention to anything, or are you remaining as a passive participant, just watching to see?
It'll be something like I will observe whatever they're doing right now, and I will let them do whatever they think that is working, but I will prepare myself to intervene before everything goes unrepairable or
Okay.
worse. So until that break point, I mean, I believe that water can sense the break point of this kind of situation.
Right.
So I will not let things go extremely bad, but I want them. If anything goes wrong, I want them to have a little bit of lesson from it.
All right. So the participants join in, and Walter, when they close their eyes, and the first thing you notice is the candles dim of their own accord. The light becomes very low, and there's a very light breeze as Alder is using their voice and reaching out into whatever they're reaching into. And the breeze, can I get an investigation roll from you, Walter?
Okay, come on, boy. I have 18.
Okay. You notice that the wind is sort of pushing in a circular pattern around the group, and it is moving the salt circle and leaving what look to you like runes. And the room itself darkens some, and the warmth in the room vanishes. It becomes chilly in here. Sound and light dampens. It feels like a cold humidity. The humidity is enough to make you feel almost like you're in water. You're not in water, but it feels like a wetness on you like that. And
Am
then
I consciously aware of any of this?
Yes, all of this.
Oh, lovely.
All of you are aware of all of the things, unless you can't see it. Anything that isn't vision, you're conscious of. Walter is seeing the things that are visible, that are vision based. The things on the walls begin to rattle a little bit, like they shake a little, and a shadow rises from the corner. Long clawed fingers stretch out,
Nope.
and they walk the edge of the circle. And Walter, you see them stop behind Nova.
Nope. Nope.
Well, you can't see it. Your eyes are closed.
I know. I'm just freaking out as the player.
And then, Nova, you feel something cut across your back. 3, 4 fingers. Hey, sister. Alder, you hear someone say, "Hey, sister." You don't, I mean, all of you hear that little whispery sound. But it sounds like it's Nova talking.
Selena.
and you are concentrating on Walter, and suddenly you see a three-headed figure like a Hindu demon. One face in the middle of Walter, one face looking to the right of a fiery, burning demon, and one face looking to the left that looks like an architectural drawing of lines wrapping around him. And you realize you're staring into Eileen and Lilith and Walter, and the room begins to rumble, not just shake a little bit. Nova, you feel something wrap around your throat, and you can't breathe.
If I see that, I will intervene.
And this is where we're going to break.
Oh my god.
You definitely...
I fucking knew this was gonna happen.
Walter is like the Tesseract of demons. What?
Essentially.
I need 2 more heads to become Tiamat.
That's right.
Oh my god, what have we done?
Well, you can't have mine, okay?
Wait a second. If I consume Noah's sister and Kenny,
You wanna eat Kyle's wolf too? Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. I will have 5 heads and I will become a Tiamat.
Right.
This is a repeat of the woods.
Oh no. Oh
We didn't
no.
even go to the woods.
I know.
Yeah, we tried to avoid
this.
the rule.
I was trying to avoid this.
Didn't work.
We'll see you next week, everybody. Have a good night.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.